All right, let's tackle one of the biggest questions imaginable. Where did everything, and I mean everything, come from? We're about to dive into the incredible story of the universe and our own cosmic origins. Let's just start with a fact that might just blow your mind. The very atoms that make up your body, the carbon, the oxygen, they were forged in the fiery heart of a star billions of years ago. This isn't poetry, it's physics. You are, quite literally, made of stardust. To get a sense of the story, you have to appreciate the scale we're talking about. Our universe is just unbelievably vast. It's packed with billions of galaxies, and each of those galaxies is home to billions of stars. It's a number so big, it's almost impossible to truly picture. And when you're faced with that kind of immensity, it leads to a question that people have asked for centuries. Where did all of this actually come from? The stars, the planets, you and me, how did it all begin? Well, the answer that science has uncovered is, frankly, hard to believe. It turns out that everything you see, everything that exists in this vast universe, started from one single, solitary point. So how in the world did we figure that out? Well, our cosmic detective story really kicks off with a massive clue. The discovery that our universe isn't just sitting still, it is in constant dynamic motion. For this part of the story, we have to go back to the 1920s. There was an American astronomer, Edwin Hubble, who was pointing a powerful new telescope at the sky, and what he found would completely rewrite our understanding of the entire cosmos. Hubble noticed a couple of really strange things. First, almost every single galaxy he looked at was moving away from us. And second, he saw a clear pattern. The more distant a galaxy was, the faster it was speeding away. This clear, predictable relationship is now known as Hubble's law. And the conclusion from it was just monumental. There was no denying it. The entire universe is expanding. Space itself is stretching, and it's carrying all the galaxies along for the ride. Okay, but how did Hubble even know these galaxies were moving in the first place? To get that, we need to understand a little bit of the language the universe speaks to us, the language of light. You've definitely experienced this. Picture an ambulance speeding by. You hear that high-pitched meow sound, right? The pitch is high as it comes toward you, and then it drops way lower as it moves away. That change in sound is called the Doppler effect. Well, it turns out that light waves behave in a very similar way. Just like a moving source of sound changes its pitch, a moving source of light actually changes its color. So when a galaxy is erasing away from us, the light waves it's sending out get stretched. This stretching pushes the light towards the red end of the color spectrum. And for scientists, this phenomenon, which they call redshift, was the smoking gun. It was definitive proof that these galaxies were speeding away from us. Okay, so let's recap. We have solid evidence. The universe is expanding. Now let's take that one single fact and see how it leads us to one of the most mind-blowing conclusions in all of science. Let's just do a little thought experiment. If we know the universe is getting bigger as time moves forward, what would happen if we hit the rewind button and ran the whole movie backward? Well, if you run time in reverse, all those galaxies flying apart would suddenly switch directions and start rushing back together. Stars, planets, dust, gas, everything in the entire cosmos would start converging on itself, getting closer and closer and closer. And if you keep that rewind button held down, all the matter and all the energy in the entire universe collapses down into a single infinitesimal point, a point that was extremely small, extremely hot, and extremely dense. Following that logic backward leads us right to the moment of creation. About 13.8 billion years ago, our universe burst into existence, expanding from that tiny, super hot, super dense state. And we have a name for that cosmic event, the Big Bang. But the Big Bang was really just the beginning of the story. It created space and time, sure, but it didn't create the complex stuff, the elements that make up you, me, and everything we see. For that, we need to turn our attention to the stars. Right after the Big Bang, the universe was this crazy hot soup of energy and particles. As it started to cool down, the simplest atoms began to form, mostly hydrogen and a little bit of helium. Then, over millions of years, gravity did its thing, pulling these simple atoms into huge clouds until the pressure became so intense that they ignited, giving birth to the very first stars. Now, inside the cores of these stars, the pressure was unbelievable. It was enough to smash those simple atoms together in a process called nuclear fusion, forging heavier, more complex elements. Things like carbon, oxygen, and iron, the absolute essentials for life. The Big Bang couldn't make these elements, by the way. The universe just expanded and cooled off way too fast. You needed the intense heat and pressure of these stellar furnaces to get the job done. And when these massive stars reached the end of their lives, they didn't just fade away. They went out with a bang, a spectacular explosion called a supernova. These explosions blasted all those newly created precious elements out into space, enriching the cosmos with the raw materials needed to form new stars, new planets, and, eventually, us. And that brings us right back to where we started. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the very carbon that forms your DNA. Every bit of it was cooked up inside a star that lived and died long before our solar system even existed. It's really true. We are all stardust. You know, this story gives us such a profound connection to the cosmos. But for all that we've managed to figure out, science is still staring down one final, ultimate mystery. What was there before that single, hot, dense point? Was there even a before? Or is that just the wrong way to think about it? That right there remains one of the greatest unanswered questions, leaving us to wonder about the true nature of time, existence, and everything else.